rightly said, we've got something, in fact, maybe arguably bigger than that, coming up right here in the city of Ibadan, just in a matter of weeks from now. It is the first time Nigeria will actually be hosting the African Cup of Nations in terms of mini football, and you can imagine how the preparations are actually going. But just maybe to actually put our listeners in the limelight and, of course, give them a tip of what to expect, that is why we've got some really, really big guns. And when I say big guns, I mean, I'm saying that with every sense of responsibility right in the studio with us. So good afternoon once again.
Yes. When we talk about mini football, I've been wondering. I remember growing up, I played monkey posts.
Yeah. Five aside,
four aside. Where the order of the football, once you score against the team, he picks his ball
and he says it's going home.
Says it's going home.
That's the football whistle.
Hey, but people are wondering, how is it different from monkey posts?
Yeah.
This is not the same thing we've always done while we were kids. All of those things.
The funny thing is, before we eventually grew into playing football the way it is, we actually started playing mini football. Possibly not in the sense of playing professionally, but at least that was really what we grew up playing. Like you rightly said, the owner of the ball decides when the game ends itself. This kind of football game can actually lapse into a very funny score lines like 17-5 or say 75-2. And the funny thing about it is it just really gets us going every day. So, it's now quite interesting that this sport itself has now developed into something a bit more of professional sport. Something you can actually liken with football, the proper football itself. Yeah. And it has actually metamorphosed into something really, really grand that we now have an African Cup of Nations out of it. So you can imagine how interested Nigerians will be.
Indeed, how interesting it will be for Nigerians and how we are getting ready for this one. Okay, let me bring on board my guests in the studio this afternoon. We have first and foremost the president of the Nigerian Mini Football Federation, who also happens to be the representative of Ibarapa East and Ido local governments at the federal level, and is also the president of the federation. I'm talking of Right Honorable Olufemi Adewale Taiwo. Good afternoon, sir. It's good to see you.
Good afternoon, blessing. How's everything?
Very fine, sir.
Good.
I'm good. I remember the last time we spoke on phone. I had an interview with you on the radio. Talking about mini football. That was last year.
Yes.
And here we are, just counting days to this very big one.
Yes.
Welcome to the studios of Splash FM. And also here with us in the studio is the president of the African Mini Football Federation. Is also the vice president of the World Mini Football Federation. I'm talking of Archref Ben Salha.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Happy to be with you.
Okay, great. I see you're dressed in a Nigerian attire.
I'm Nigerian now.
You're Nigerian now. So tell me, have you had any Nigerian delicacy? Have you had any Nigerian delicacy? Nigerian food?
Yes.
Which one?
I
had it yesterday. You have fish.
Forget the name.
Did he eat jollof rice?
No, he has not. Maybe tonight.
Okay, he has to taste Nigerian jollof rice. Okay, it's great to have you here. Welcome. We also have representatives of different associations right here in Nigeria from Akwa Ibom. Yes. We have the president of the association here with us in the studio, and also outside of the studio as well. We have from Edo State. We have from Bayelsa. It is a full house. I mean, from Ogun, everywhere. Even the president of the Mini Football Supporters Club is here as well. The Secretary General is here. It's a full house. But we'll be speaking with both presidents right now. First of all, I need to come to Archref here. The African Mini Football Federation started in 2016. That's just a little over 4 years ago. And I'm wondering, between then and now, what's in terms of growth of the game, the acceptability of the game, how would you liken that?
In 2015, I am alone in Africa. Nobody now mini football. Now 30 million players around the world. Now 32 countries in Africa. Now we have Arab Mini Football Federation, African Mini Football Confederation. Around the world we have 142 countries affiliated in WMF. So it's different history now. In the first African Cup in Libya, just I think 11 country, but now all country want to come to Nigeria. We have no space. All country send letter to AMC, to African Football Confederation, want to come to Nigeria. So Egypt is coming, Algeria is coming, Morocco is coming, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Nigeria, Tunisia, Libya. So the big football country is now in mini football also. So really a big difference between 2016 and 2021.
Indeed, a huge difference between 2016 and now. But what's your impression of Nigeria so far? I know you've been to Abuja, the House of Representatives, the Senate. You've been to Ilaji, where we'll be be hosting the actual venue of the tournament itself. What's your impression generally from what you've seen?
My impression in 2019, I speak with the president. He say I want to organize with this African Cup. I want to organize a new association, but I trust him and I defend his interest. And I say to all other countries, 2021 it's for Nigeria, and always he send me many messages and I see the progression. And now because COVID and a very difficult situation of the world, many airports is closed, and I come here to see by my eyes and send message to all country. And yesterday when I go to Abuja and I see and meet the parliament and all the government in Abuja, we send many messages and I send many videos to our country. And I see yesterday we have maybe 26 or 27 countries send us official letter to participate in this African Cup. So tonight we'll meet together to choose a new strategy, or keep 20 country or 24. We don't know exactly, but this night we have meeting to decide. So Nigeria, it's very serious, and he don't speak very well. He don't speak, but he do in reality.
Accent.
Yes. I go to this village. It's like in USA. It's very nice, very nice, and very high standing. Just the stadium not ready 100%, but in 2 weeks maximum it will be ready. Many TV station, international TV station like ESPN, beIN Sports, Sport TV, Sky Sports, many channels will be interested for this event. So it's not good only for mini football, for tourism, for the face of Nigeria, of the world, for many things. So 2 months and we will come back to Nigeria but not alone, with all Africa.
All Africa indeed. Okay, let me come to you, sir. Right, Honorable Olufemi Adewale Taiwo. There are different variations to the mini football. We have 5 aside, even up to 8 aside. But for this nation scope, how many are we looking at here?
We are going for 6 aside.
Okay.
We're going for 6 aside.
6 aside.
So the 6 aside includes the goalkeeper. That means goalkeeper and 5 outfield players.
5 outfield players. Yes. But I know Nigeria was part of the last Nations Cup in Libya, where we came 5th. What's the preparation? I don't want to look at it from a general angle of preparation now. From the national team of Nigeria, what are we doing at the moment?
Thank you. We've had a very good discussion, and our technical crew are on ground now. The camp will be thrown open by this month end, and we've instructed all the state chairpersons to forward 3 good players to Ilaji for camping. After, let's say, a week or so, the camp will determine the best legs that we give a close camping to, so that we can perform optimally when the competition starts. We don't want to host only, we want to host to win. So we are preparing
for that. Okay, we need to go on a very quick commercial break right now. When we return, I still have the president of the African Mini Football Federation right here with us, and Right Honorable Olufemi Adewale Taiwo as well, who's the president of the Nigerian Mini Football Federation, and also the representative there for Ibarakwa East and Ido local governments. They're still with us in the studio. We'll still be talking about mini football, but we need to pay some bills. Stick around. Still just football on Splash 105.5 FM.
Protein breakfast àṣírí ibẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bí ìyá mi máa ṣe ń jí láfẹ̀mọ́jú, wọ́n á ṣe oúnjẹ fún wa kí wọ́n tó sáré lọ sí ibi iṣẹ́. Lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà bàbá wa máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ́. Wọ́n sì tún jí lówùúrọ̀ láti gbé mi lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Kò wá sí bó ṣe lè di gádígádí tó. Kì í rìn wọ́n láti máa bá mi ṣeré. Ìdí ìrètí wọn kì í kúrò nílé láì jẹ big protein breakfast.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ rẹ pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ tó kún fún pig protein amárata kébé.
Pig, rich for your pig.
My name na Patito, I be first class truck driver.
Yes, it's Panadol Extra Caplets. Panadol Extra is now also available in a smaller pack of 4 caplets at only 50 naira. Same Panadol Extra Caplets that relieves headache, backache, muscle ache, menstrual pain, and toothache. If it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult a doctor. Panadol Extra contains paracetamol and caffeine, not recommended in pregnancy and children under 12.
enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting me cause all the shine. Lush hair, lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair, lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Rise up to the day's breakfast. Yummy. With Mama Do's spread for bread. Yummy. We love its rich and buttery taste. Yummy. We love to have it with our bread. Yummy. Nutrition. Mama spread for bread. We like it. Mama spread for bread. Delicious. Mama spread for bread. We love it. Mama spread for bread.
New Mama Do's spread for bread. It gives you the right nutrients and energy to be your best each new day. New Mama Do's spread for bread. Deliciously nourishing for a bright start.
Àkókò ìjà tó pa bámbárì jù tá a ti ń retí ń lọ kọ́sùkọ̀ báyìí o kì í sí ibú yẹ̀rì láàrin jù bá náà lọ. Ó mà ṣe o ẹ̀wù bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń kú bí ojú pì ẹ̀ṣẹ́ àgbáwọlẹ̀ lọ́tún lọ́sí. Ó dilẹ̀ gbága yìí ó ṣubú yàkàtà ó fìdí rẹ̀ ní ìjà parí o. Kò sógun mọ́ kò sọ́tẹ̀ mọ́ àlùbámí ni Bosca tó borí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i.
Gba ìtura kíá kúrò lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù pẹ̀lú Bosca. Bosca ń gba ẹ̀fọ́rí ìrora àti òtútù lágbàwọlẹ̀ ní kíákíá. Bí àyípadà kò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta lọ rí dókítà.
Big protein breakfast àṣírí ibẹ̀ nìyẹn. Bí ìyá mi máa ṣe ń jí láfẹ̀mọ́jú, wọ́n á se oúnjẹ fún wa kí wọ́n tó sáré lọ sí ibiṣẹ́. Lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà, bàbá wa máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ́. Wọ́n sì tún jí lówùúrọ̀ láti gbé mi lọ sí ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Kò wá sí bó ṣe lè di gádígádí tó. Kì í rìn wọ́n láti máa bá mi ṣeré. Ìdí ìrèé tí wọn kì í kúrò nílé láì jẹ big protein breakfast.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ rẹ pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ tó kún fún big protein amárata kébé.
Peak. Reach for your peak. Football is back, and there are more ways to win on BetKing. With mega odds and the widest market selections ever, you can increase your winnings with an accumulated bonus of up to 225%. Don't have an account? Visit betking.com to sign up now and claim a welcome bonus up to 100,000 naira. Stay safe and keep kinging. BetKing, playground for kings.
As the best man, I'd like to give a toast. But first, I have a few things to say. The money they are spraying the couple is reducing. It seems some people have rubbed glue under their shoes to pack it.
Clearly, he's been watching Comedy Nights or maybe My Siblings and I on Africa Magic Urban, DSTV channel 153. Now you too can get inspired by our local entertainment. Get a HD decoder, dish, plus 1 month DSTV compact subscription for only 18,600 naira. Because great stories start on DSTV.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, Panadol Extra náà ni Panadol Extra. Ó tún ti ń bẹ báyìí nínú ìdí kékeré oníkápẹ́lẹ́tì mẹ́rin láàdọ́ta náírà péré. Panadol Extra kẹ́nẹ́ ni Panadol Extra mú tura bẹ́ fọ́rí, ìrora ẹ̀yìn, ìrora oríkèé, ìrora nǹkan oṣù àti ìrora ẹ̀yìn. Tí ìbá ṣe Panadol, kò lè jẹ́ bí Panadol. Tá ìpadà ò bá sí lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, lọ rí dókítà. Panadol Extra ní paracetamol àti caffeine nínú, kò sí fáláboyún àtàwọn ọmọdé tọ́jú orí wọn kéré sọ́dún 12.
Okay, thank you for keeping it locked on to Splash 105.5 FM. It's still just football, and we have the president of the African Mini Football Federation, who is also the vice president of the World Mini Football Federation, Archref Salha, and we also have the president of the Nigerian Mini Football Federation, who is also a federal lawmaker representing the Barakwa East and Ido local government, Right Honorable Olufemi Adewale Taiwo, here with us in the studios of Splash FM. We're talking about mini football, especially the big one coming up in Ibadan in the next next 2 months. It is countdown already. Ibadan is ready to host the rest of Africa. Well, the delegates have been on inspection duties really at Ilaji Hotel and Resort. That's the venue of the tournament. And of course, with what we've heard so far, Oyo State is definitely ready to host this competition. But of course, we're back to the questions before we leave. AY.
Yes, of course. I've just got perhaps maybe a straightforward question to the Right Honourable Olufemi Taiwo. I mean, you were making mention of the fact that in a matter of weeks from now, perhaps days, other state associations would actually have to send players to Ilaji for camping and all that. So that begs the question, okay, what happens after the hosting of the tournament, or what happens after the tournament? I mean, in the long-term future of the sport in Nigeria, are we supposed to have a league anytime soon? And if possible, how soon would that be? And maybe this could also just go to the African president of the sport in Nigeria. I mean, on the continent rather. What exactly is the scope of this particular sport going forward after this tournament?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Immediately after this tournament, we are hoping to start our national league.
Okay.
From what comes out from this Nations Cup. Then after this tournament, the player that will represent us will become our standing national team players. We can be inviting others as time goes on, but we have a standing national team. I can assure you about that after this Nations Cup.
After this Nations Cup.
But there is a challenge of venue for the hosting the league matches. How would that work out?
We wouldn't have any challenges, because if you see now, throughout the federation now, what is in vogue now is for some people, especially some senators, lawmakers that have their something in the budget to build a mini stadium all around. Okay. We are hoping that we want to complement this. That was what took us to the National Assembly. Okay. We went there, we talked to them, we have interface with them, we assured them of the progress of this game, and we promised them that we are ready as soon as the league starts. We want each state at least to have a team.
Any interested state?
Any interested state. In fact, as at that meeting, the last time we met with them, some are even interested. They were asking, why are we having about 20
out
states?
Of the entire 36 states.
Entire 36 states.
Okay.
And we said we are still looking for people from those states that are so interested in this mini football team. We just don't want to pick just anybody. Exactly. And they are giving us names. They are interested. Okay. They're keen to this project. So I can assure you, immediately after this Nations Cup, they even promised to come down to watch most of these matches here in Ibadan.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, time is not a friend of the show. But speaking of what Right Honourable was talking about State Members Association and all of that, it's why I'm having with us here right now the chairperson of the Akwa Ibom Mini Football Association. Her name is Anthony Edet. And I was going to ask her about acceptability of the sport in Akwa Ibom. How do people, warm up towards it?
Thank you for having me here. When it comes to football, it's a unifying sport. And so it's just like the way it's been accepted in the nation and in various states. Akwa Ibom we're extremely excited about it. And already the state has already been having mini football competitions, tournaments around. And so it's us being involved in the national
project.
It's excellent. It's a welcome idea. And the beauty about also having me there is that it shows that we are gender friendly. It's not just going to be about the male, the female. And the time when we have the national team, we also have the female national team. Yeah. We're also looking forward to hosting African competition in Nigeria for the female.
For women. Yeah.
Yes. And so this is just opens it up to more and more
possibilities from the game, indeed.
That it carries.
Indeed,
so
indeed.
It's extremely exciting.
That's very, very interesting. But time is not a friend, and we have to leave the studio this afternoon. I wish we can go on and on because I still have lots of questions to ask. I mean, because someone is out there is wondering what's the difference between this and futsal. All of those questions. But I'm very sure that we'll still be having the General Secretary with us right here in the studio sometime soon as we get towards the tournament. I will have plenty of time to talk about more of those issues bordering around mini football. But we want you to know from the 8th of July to the 17th of July, Ibadan, Oyo State is ready to host the rest of Africa for the African Mini Football Nations Cup. Many thanks to the Right Honourable Olufemi Adewale Taiwo for being here this afternoon. Thank you very much. And also we say thank you to the President of the African Mini Football Federation, who is also the Vice President of the World Mini Football Federation, Archref Salha. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's time to get to Amala or jollof rice. I mean, you have to taste the Nigerian delicacy before you leave.
Only just I need to add something. This year, not only African Cup, we have Champions League for clubs. We have World Women Cup. So, for example, the African Mini Football Confederation controlled all affiliated association. He need to have league here, and the winner will go to Champions League, and will go to World Cup in Dubai.
That's like the Club World Cup. Wow.
Yes. So we have
huge.
many competitions in the future.
That is huge.
And for this, it's a very interesting sport coming in Nigeria.
Well, yes. that is very, very huge. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Gensec. Thank you to Madam Mfom Anthony Edet. Thank you for being here with us in the studios of Splash FM. We have to leave. Many thanks to my friend as well, Ayobami Animashawan. Thank you for being here.
Muchas gracias.
My name is Blessing Fowowe. We'll be back here next week.
Splash FM 105.5.
Here is
105.5.